Hi everyone, I hope you all are having a lovely holiday season, and I just thought it is the right time for me to sit down and share how the whole year of 2018 has been and how God has worked in my life this year. There are many things that God has done, but I will just be mentioning a few things which I really can mention because this is a public platform and I don't want to share too much information about my personal life, if that makes sense. So, just a little background. I have been a Christian right from my birth, and my faith in God has been immense. I always believe that God's hands and favor has always been upon my life, and every area of my life I just trust God. I believe that He is the one who created me, and He definitely has a plan and purpose for my life. I love talking to Him, I love praying, I love reading the Bible, and I love worshiping Him, but in my comfortable zone. Everyone's way of being spiritual is different, and mine is more like I need the environment to be quiet. I want to be in a zone where I can just focus on God and pray and talk to Him. I'm just going to share a few things how God has worked and showed me His love and favor this year in my life. One of the first things that comes to my mind is last Christmas 2017. So many of them who were alive are not there this year. So God has blessed me. He's kept me healthy, He's kept me alive, which I'm grateful for, and my near and dear family members as well, my husband, my mom, my brother, and my in-laws and my family. God has kept us, He's blessed us, so I'm very grateful and thankful for. The second thing that comes to my mind is one of the big events that happened in 2018. In the month of March, me and my husband decided that we would reapply for my UK visa. The whole of March, me and my husband put in a lot of effort filling in those forms, obtaining the documents. But every process and every step, one thing I remember is both of us prayed and we committed, the entire process in God's hand. In case if we are filling a form, we would pray first and then fill the form. So every little things we involved God, and the whole month went just preparing for the documents. April 3rd, I remember, I had got all my documents. It was this big, and me and my mum went to VFS Bangalore and submitted the documents. So even before submitting the documents, I can't pray loudly over there because everyone is waiting and there's a lot of crowd. But I did keep my hand on that document and slipped a small prayer. And right from that day, when I submitted it, that man who collected my documents, he mentioned that I would receive an update or the status I would know only after 60 working days. So 60 working days is almost 3 months. It's a long time of patience. You need a lot of patience to wait. You're just stressing, you're worrying. But one thing I did was every morning at 3 o'clock I would wake up and I would pray along with my husband, not to get the visa but for God to unite us as soon as possible, and so we could start our life. And every day we used to pray continuously without giving up, without any kind of misses the entire 3 months. And I remember I had written down, I have the habit of writing down things in my Bible and keeping, whatever I need God to do, or God's favor. So I had written down a message saying, God, I want you to reunite me with my husband, and I should get the status for my visa before the 27th of June 2018. So 27th of June was the day. So days went by, we kept praying, we kept committing things to God. I tried my best not to worry, but as a human, you naturally tend to worry, like what's going to happen? Are they going to reject it? You have a lot of questions, but every time I had that, I would just think of God and I would just commit things to God. And 24th of June is, I lost my dad last year, 2017, so 2018 is 1 year. I wanted to be there with my mom and my brother on that day. God made that happen. On the 25th of June, I remember my husband calling BFS, UK Immigration, to check on what's happening. They don't give you too much information. As you know, they are very strict and very stringent with their policies and procedures. So they just mentioned that, oh, it's in process, and that's it. They didn't give us any more information. After that, I started feeling like, oh, what's happening, why? But I just tried to stay as calm as possible. It was the 27th of June. I woke up that morning, I prayed, God, today is the day. I'm waiting for you to perform a miracle. But at the same time, I just believe and allowed God to work in His way. Like God has a timing for everything. It was evening on that day, and I remember that I received a text message from VFS stating your processed visa application will be delivered to you, and they had given me the DHL tracking number. I was so amazed by how God could do. It was the 27th of June, not one day before, not one day after, I got an update on my visa. On the 28th of June morning, I got my passport and my visa was on it. I have so much to thank God for and be grateful for what He has done in my life, and this was an amazing move of God. And I moved to London in July, and every time when I travel around London, this is one thing I always keep thanking God, like thank you for your favor and mercy which was upon my life. The third thing, what happened this year was, I wanted to, me and my husband, obviously, my husband knows that it's not ideal for me to stay at home alone for a long time. You get bored, you don't know what to do. So I decided that, okay, I would look out for a job in a few weeks. I would take a break for some time and I would look out for a job, because me and my husband were traveling to a few places. And my manager, my previous manager, because it's not the first time I'm coming to London, this is the second time. So my previous manager contacted me and he asked me if I'm still looking for a job and if I would like to work. I said yes, I would check with my husband and I would let him know. So I asked my husband and he said, yeah, let's go for it. And one of the main thing me and my husband were looking for is a permanent job, so there's more stability and all of that. We didn't want contract. But this manager was offering me a contract role. So my husband said, okay, just take it for now and then later on we can see for another permanent job and move. I said, okay, and I took the job, I took the role, and I came to London in July. I started working on the 3rd of September. So my manager mentioned that he is looking to make, the team permanent, but depending on individuals' performance and all of that. So I was very happy with what he said, and I was very thankful that without even me applying, God blessed me with a job in London without, any worries or tension or, attending interviews or any of that sort. So I'm very grateful for that favor that God gave me there. On December the 3rd, a week before the 3rd of December, my manager told me that he's planning to make me permanent, and if I was still interested. I said yes, I would be interested, and I thought he's looking to make me permanent maybe in the next year or something, but it was this year, and within 3 months of contracting, by God's favor, he made me permanent. I became permanent from the 3rd of December. So I have continuously seen God's favor in my life this year, and I will always be grateful and thankful to him for what he's done, and every little thing that I just remember or think in my heart, oh, I want that, or I want to have KFC chicken burger or something, God will always fulfill that for me. And all we have to do as his children is just be a bit obedient and trust him and don't let him down, and that's it. So I just hope this video was helpful, and I just want to say that keep praying and keep loving God and be obedient to him, and he will show you what marvelous deeds he can do in your life. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.